Yo, 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 it's your boy. Yo, it's your boy Dan, yo.
Yo, it's your boy Dan, yo. Thanks for clicking on this video. If you're new here, make sure you go down, click that subscribe button. I just wanted to stop by for a minute though and tell you how music kind of just saved my life or changed my life. Music has just been a part of my life, my whole life. It's as much as I can remember, with plays, music in and out of church, with school as well, and that's all I knew. But before we get deep in, Satan was the praise and worship leader in heaven. Music is powerful, and the enemy knows that. He uses it to control a lot of us. It controls our emotions. Whether you want to believe it or not, we could be in a sad state, depressed, and you'll turn on something that make you want to even be more depressed, to wallow in it even more, So you can't tell me music don't control you. You'll be out with your boys at a party with your girls, whatever, and you'll hear some party music. You'll want to jump, you want to dance. So music controls us, The enemy was the worship leader in heaven. He was like, they say, the most beautiful angel, the highest above all angels. And he was beautiful, and he knew how to worship our Father more than anybody in heaven at the time, and all the angels in heaven at the time. But he got pride, like a lot of us do, and most of us know the story. He was cast out of heaven. So now he's on this earth with this music, and you hear the music today, cussing, not even any beeps anymore. It's like they're in there, no censors, It's like the enemy knows what he's doing. It's powerful. This music controls the youth. It controls you, whether you want to believe it or not. Sometimes it's like you'll be in your car, not even paying attention, on your way to work, on your way wherever you're headed to. Song comes on, you might not even be thinking about something, and it just clicks, reminds you of something, reminds you of somebody. And so, hey, music is powerful. But for me, I remember a couple times as a kid getting karaoke machines, and I would be in my room. That would be my escape, my bedroom, like all of us as kids. That's our escape. That's the only thing we have. And I'd be in there by myself because my parents would be out there arguing a lot. My parents fought a lot and end up getting divorced when I got a little older, but music was my escape from that. So I went to the room and I would sing on the karaoke machine. I would rap, I got 5 on it. All of it, that was me growing up in my room. Even when I was like 8, 9 years old. And like I said, in and out of church, we would do plays. But I wrote like my first song when I was 8, 9 years old with a friend of mine. I can't remember word for word, but I remember we were kids, like I said, 8, 9 years old. And I don't even know if I want to sing part of it right now, but I'm going to try a little bit of it, the hook, I think it was. Whenever we're on the playground, he watches over you. Something like that. I ain't going to go no farther. But it was, like I said, I was 8, 9 years old, and music was always part of my life. In church, with plays, with dances. We started doing skits with Carmen music. Rest in peace to Carmen, who died this past year. We would travel around Pontiac and do these plays, these skits in the parks with that music. So that music was calling out to the neighborhood. And it was calling them kids in, and they got a little bit of a word, not just the kids, but the parents as well, So music is powerful, you guys. And like I said, that was my escape from all the fighting and the hectic chaos going on in my house. And at church, it became something that it was the norm for me. It's all I knew. We would do dances, plays, and skits, like I said. Kirk Franklin was one of my favorites, I lost my voice when I was growing up, so I didn't want to have my voice be heard, so I would, like I said in my last video, if you haven't heard the testimony or story time, go click on that video real quick after this one. And then, but like I said, I just became this choreographer for a dance crew, and from there, we just would always do Kirk Franklin and some Mary songs. And my other teammates were like, why can't we dance to anything else? But I guess I was being selfish back then. We live and we learn. That's all I liked. So that's what we would dance to when I was like, that's all I identified with. You know, growing up, I grew up in Pontiac. My mom was Mexican. So her family, the Mexican music, Selena generation, I loved it. It was the best. And then my dad, that I knew growing up as dad, was white. And my grandma, so they loved country music, so I heard that all the time. But I grew up in the hood in Pontiac, going to Pontiac school, so I grew up with black kids and jumping on the bus, and that's R&B, hip hop. So I was in the melting pot of everything, and that's why I am who I am today, about being united in Jesus and having all races united. It don't make sense for an all black church, an all white church, an all Mexican church. Like, for real? We're supposed to be united, be an example to the rest of the world. But that's another video. But like I said, I was just growing up in this melting pot of different races, and I'm never going to change, you know. You can't put me in a box. I love every race, you know, and I want to embrace every race. That's how it should be. But like when I was 17 or 18 years old, I wrote a remix, and I do remakes and remixes today still. That's part of who I am and how music is a part of my life still. But Fat Joe's Lean Back. I had my computer for the very first time, and I didn't know I didn't have no software. I had no recording, just record yourself kind of little thing. So I would bring up different boxes and record different things, go over dub things, do some ad libs with just these little boxes. I have to bring up so many of them, and then save it all to one. So I did this remix to Lean Back from Fat Joe by Fat Joe, and I'm not sure if I remember how the hook goes or most of it, but I think I remember some of it. It was let me sit here and think. Yo, us Christians don't run, we just call on God's son to cast Satan back before we attack. Now get back, Satan, get back, Satan, get back. I was 17, 18. Yeah, I grew from there. But anyways, music has always been a part of my life, and like I said, in the music, I was doing the choreography, and kind of was on the edge of leaving the church. So I got this one youth group together before I did leave, and I had one group, we did a song together. Of course, it was a Kirk Franklin song. And I didn't do it with them, I just choreographed it, and they performed at the church and whatnot. I was proud of them, and they did a great job. And at that time, I was moved out on my own, and I had left the church. So at this point, music was still part of my life. We know we love music no matter what. We get in our car, we turn on the music. When you're cleaning your house, you turn on the music. You're cleaning out your car, you turn on the music. You know, so it's like we love our music. And the enemy knows that, like I said. So most of the time, we don't even listen to them lyrics. We're just in there bobbing our head with the beat, but them lyrics are meaning something, and you're not even getting it sometimes. But with that being said, like I said, I became this party guy, club guy. I love going to clubs. So, like I said, I was still this dancer, would go to the clubs, clear out the floor, take my friends out to the dance floor, show them up, get compliments from everybody. It was a blast. But that was the enemy at that time. But the Lord gave me these gifts, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I would go out to the clubs and do it. And it got old, and I came back to the Lord, and I started saying, man, this music is never going to leave me. I got to try this out. I got to do something with this. And I wasn't fully back with Christ, so I decided, and I'm not saying this is against anybody who follows the Lord, but I tried out for American Idol. Waited in line for 13 hours, yo. 13 hours. Me and my cousin, we was outside. It was in Detroit at the Comerica Park, I believe. And it was awesome, the camaraderie of everybody. Everybody was being nice because them cameras was out. Nobody knew who was going to win. And I got to sing in front of the camera while we was outside as well. That was pretty dope. And everybody just singing together, sat there in the stadium for 13 hours, like I said. And everybody was getting through that had some kind of gimmick, like with the wig, act like a clown, that had some kind of guitar, kind of instruments, dressed up. It's for TV for real, y'all. But those people got through. But a story that goes with that is, like I said, I wasn't completely back with Christ, and I was trying to ignore the Holy Spirit, what he was telling me. I've always been different, and I'm still different today than most Christian hip-hop artists. But I was going to sing a Beyonce song, actually, called Listen. Some of you probably know it, but I was too nervous to be different and out the box, so I did a Bruno Mars song instead. But while I'm waiting in line to audition for the producers, the Lord shows me something, some confirmation that I was blind to then, but now today it would have been just blatantly obvious to me, you know, because that's all I live off today is confirmation. You can tell me this, you can tell me that, but when the Lord gives me a confirmation, all right, we're good to go. But hey, I'm sitting there, or I'm standing there in line in the stadium, was waiting for my turn. Finally got down to the field after 13 hours, and like I said, I was going to do Beyonce's song, Listen, something different. And I was too nervous. A couple guys ahead of me, he did a song by Etta James, and Beyonce played Etta James in a movie. Duh, that was my confirmation right there. That was like the ding, duh. I didn't listen though. I was too nervous. I was a baby back in Christ. And I ignored it. I ignored the sign. I get up there. I do my my Bruno Mars song, which I can't remember which one it was. I want to be a billionaire so bad. That one. But of course, I didn't make it because I was disobedient to Christ, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I was a baby and I was young, so that didn't work out, which is all right. So started exploring some more, you know. This music wasn't going away. That was a disappointment to many no's that you're always going to get. It's always going to be 100 no's and probably one yes. So just remember that. But this music thing, the enemy knows how powerful it is. So he's out here deceiving our youth. If you hear our youth, the music today, no censors, no beeps. You can say what you want. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, I came back to Christ and I started exploring and got in a group with me and my male cousin with 2 females, and we did a couple of events, and it was pretty dope. I like to sing as well, like I said, so it was an experience. It was all right, just trying to get my feet wet and get out there. And after that, it didn't work out because, you know, some situations between people in the group, it didn't work out. So that didn't work out. Me and my cousin then decided to do a Christian hip hop group, R&B type of popish group, you know. So it was pretty dope. We traveled a couple places and did some events, put out some music on SoundCloud, and the enemy got in there because, like I said, the enemy's trying to prowl always. He ain't never gonna give up. So until his day, until his judgment day, you know. But pride, all that got in between, so it didn't work out. We disbanded, and I had to do it solo, you know. So I started writing my first song, and you know, you can express yourself through music. You might not have the words because, like I said, I wasn't back completely with Christ. I didn't have my confidence as how I do today, and so you express yourself through the music. So I wrote out my testimony in song, and it became my first song. It can happen to you. It can happen to you. Be ashamed and look like a fool. It can happen to you. Christ will turn around and make you brand new, yeah. But anyways, after that was my first song, and you know, you can express yourself, like I said, with music. Just like last year, I expressed myself with you. You're gonna get through this. I gotta get through this. I was suicidal, but put in music and express yourself through art, you can reach other people. So it's not always about you. Yeah, God gave you this gift to write this music, to express yourself, to show it to people, but it's to help other people. Your life is to help save someone else's life. So I got in a group with my brothers. Like I said in the beginning, I've always been this mixing pot, love all the races, Hispanic, black, white, you name it. So I got in the group with my brothers, Demario and Mark, and we made In His Image, and we expressed ourselves through that. It was awesome because, like I said, music is so powerful, and when you're with Christ and you're on the right path, we would never write our music together. We would always just come up with the concept, tell each other, and write it, get together and record, and it would just flow. It would just flow perfectly. It was just awesome. So we did that for 3 years. It was a good 3-year run. And it came to a stop, and we disbanded as well, but I'm still here for my brothers. And like I said, I was at my old church. I was on the praise and worship team for about a year. So that was awesome doing that, because the core of me, I feel like it's just praise and worship. But growing up, that was hard for me to express. Like I said, it was dancing, but I grew up with loving Carmen, who passed away, Kirk Franklin, all the 2000s artists like Usher, Keith Sweat, rest in peace to DMX. Eminem was one of them. Going to all these concerts and festivals. As a kid, there was the Acquire the Fire, if some of you remember those. It's just so much that music controls and goes on in this world. We just don't see it sometimes in movies with the sound effects. It builds up your intensity. It builds you up to your feelings. It really controls your feelings when you're watching a movie one day. Watch this music. Well, when it's a scary movie, or even on video games. This was a joke the other day I just heard. I mean, it's old, but the video games, denim, 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 from Mario Brothers, what kind of jeans does Mario wear? Denim, denim, denim. But anyways, music is so powerful, believe it or not. I know there's many out there that has some experience with music, how it saved your life. Comment down below and let me know how it has changed your life, or how it saved your life, because still to this day I'm learning a lot. And there's a lot of things in this world that try to deceive us, and the enemy, like I said, through the media. You got to be careful what you let in your ears, what you let in your eyes, because it can change you. It can change you for real. But like I said, music is so powerful, and I just wanted to share a little bit of that story with you. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click down on that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel so you can know about all new music coming, all other videos that I'm going to upload. Be on the lookout for a video coming with Kalik Still Sick. It's called Jump. I hope you guys enjoy it, and so much more that's coming in the future. Hopefully some more collabs, because working together with other people is what it's about. Other people. It's not always about you. But don't let music control you, Be aware of what's going in your ears, because the enemy is out here like a thief in the night, trying to kill, steal, and destroy. He was the leader of worship, so he knows the little tricks, the subliminal messages that you don't think are real. So I love you guys. Make sure you stay tuned for the next one. Pray for me as I pray for you. God bless.